All right, real fast before we get into our player spotlight of the week, which obviously is Jake Browning. I had to respond to a comment that a fellow mans who always comes to my videos, and I appreciate him very, very much, Alex. He said, "Did you see the rumor Myles Garrett wants to come to Cincy?" Well, I'll say it like this, and he did say on Locked On podcast, he talked about this rumor. I don't know much about Locked On podcast other than the fact that they are a great show. They cover a lot of great Cincinnati Bengals news. But I'm going to attack that at twofold. One, I don't think that Myles Garrett would want to come to Cincy personally. And it's not because, like, oh, he hates us, it's the worst thing ever. If he does leave the Browns, he's going to want to get a big payday, and we can't afford to pay him. Number two, I would say, is the Browns would probably lose every single person on the roster possible before they let that man go. Like, he is the last option ever in a million years that they would let go. So, if Locked On Podcast did report that, then, that's a rumor that's, like, really just somebody made that up, and everyone is going to be running with that. Because I don't think there's not even a chance in any heck that ever happens. But, guys, player spotlight, okay? Jake Browning. Now, Jake Browning last week, he came in a situation where, let's be honest, it was, oh, man. Second quarter, 2:20 to go in the game. Well, sorry, in the second quarter he came in. 2:20 to go in the half. We are down by 4 points here. We need this drive, something to happen. This is coming off a touchdown drive by us, and then a touchdown drive by them. So we had all the momentum, and then bam, what do you know? They also got on field, score a touchdown, and just like that, now this game is back in it. So first play, and I do love this play call, by the way. The first play that Jake Browning's in, you throw the ball. This automatically, like, just shows the Ravens defense, like, hey, listen, we're not going to play the rest of this game. We're not going to give you the rest of this game. We're not going to give up. We're not going to quit. This shows that we're actually going to go at you. Because I guarantee you, a million, bazillion percent chance that the Ravens on that first play here, first down and 10, they thought Bengals going to run the ball. So you go to a pass play. I love it. And this pass play is actually pretty dang good. It's a completion here to Tanner Hudson. I'm going to say Tanner Hudson. A completion here to Trent Irwin across the middle. And he does catch it. And he gains a first down on the play. So, again, I love that. That set the tone right away. Like, listen, guys, we're going to be still fighting the rest of this game. And it was a great play call. How do you wait to call this great of a play call until Joe Burrow goes down? Anyway, though, I digress my point. It was a great throw, great catch, great everything. Now, a lot of the reasons why, he's perfect on that type of throw to, of course, Trent Irwin is because they practice together. I've said this many times in videos, but you got to keep in mind that Trent Irwin is a second-team player. Well, yes, when injuries happen, he's a first-team player. Mainly, he's not, though. I mean, you look at the depth chart, and he is the fourth, if not the fifth receiver on the depth chart in all cases possible. So, that means during practice every week, the second-team guys, Trent Irwin leads off that team. He's the guy who's practicing with Jake Browning all season so far, all preseason last year, right? So there is a connection between those two, and you saw it real fast in this game that when Jake Browning comes in, the first guy he's going to target is someone that he has a connection with, somebody he has some type of, familiar passing with. And that, of course, is Trent Irwin. That's the first guy he targets because that's the guy that, he knows. He has that familiar bond with him. All right, so after that, it is the 2-minute warning. So it's at this point, really just a 2-minute drill. That's what this, most coaches would kind of break this down as. It's like, okay, 2-minute drill. The goal here is now, obviously, get in the field goal range or get a touchdown. First and 10 here, we do run the ball. And I'll be honest with you, this obviously was a read option here. And Clowney did cover both options. I think Clowney did a really good job on this to cover both options. But, of course, Joe Mixon is so nifty, so impossible to tackle. And he does end up gaining a couple yards here. And then, of course, the flags come down. Now, the flag on this play, I believe, was on them, actually, surprisingly enough. I was actually heavily surprised about this. So right here is hands to the face, very clear as day. So that was actually another first down because of that penalty. So it's like, okay, 2-minute drill here, but obviously a good pass there, or good pass at first, decent run there, penalty. Awesome. So first down 10 yet again here, now at the 40-some-odd yard line. I don't blame Joe Mixon for this. So everyone is actually blocking their guy correctly, but Roquan Smith comes in as a free blitzer. He comes off the edge here, and that's Joe Mixon. Now, Joe Mixon's going 101. He's going 101 with one of the best linebackers in the game. So when I see Joe Mixon fly off his feet like this, all this shows me right here is, man, I love Joe Mixon because he puts his heart and soul in the game, and he got absolutely decked because of it. But it ends up being an incomplete pass. He throws the ball away, and I mean, I don't know what you would expect. Roquan Smith looked like he was going to be, in coverage. He blitzes straight here, right around the guy, and then bam, Joe Mixon's job here is to pick up the blocker. He tries. I mean, like, man, Joe, I feel bad for you, bro. 2 Joes got the short in one night, because that was awful. I mean, again, like I said, I laughed because, he did a good job. He did a good job, surprisingly enough, even though how bad it was. All right, 2nd and 10 here. This is going to be a pass play here, and within seconds, I mean, Orlando Brown. Actually, no, this is screen pass. This is a screen pass. So the guys coming in is actually not a big deal. This is literally the purpose of a screen pass. Because look, the reason why screen passes work like this is because you let all these guys in. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in, right? Look, once he catches this ball right here, who is behind him? There's 4 guys here, which means there's 7 guys in the back end. 2 of them are here, okay? So 2 are here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. So that means 5 guys are back here somewhere off the play. So when a screen pass gets caught, most of the time it works out pretty well because all the guys are on the quarterback. Now, Clowney is very athletically gifted, so he's able to kind of turn around and, kind of adjust to this. Jake Browning throws the crappiest screen pass of all time. This is a crappy screen pass to Joe Mixon. The fact Joe Mixon catches this is amazing. So if we go back, you can see here, I mean, that's like, it's not even catchable. He overthrew the screen pass. Joe Mixon somehow, some way holds on to that. Then he breaks Clowney's tackle and he gains like 8 yards on the play. It is amazing how he was able to do that. Like, that is the most magical thing I've ever seen a player do in the NFL. I'm lying on that one, but it's a magical play nonetheless, though. To catch that after really just being the most uncatchable screen pass of all time. And then we have the 3rd and 3 here where obviously, yes, Jonah gets destroyed on the play. And of course, we throw across the middle here and it ends up being the completion to Trenton Irwin. But of course, somehow, some way, this is not a catch. I don't know how this is not a catch, but this is considered not a catch. So we get a first down on the play, great coverage, great read, great everything. And this ends up not being a catch somehow. So as right here, as he's going down, bam, he's down right here, by the way. This is, actually, let me see. Wait, no, that's the guy's arm. Oh, he's never down, technically. No, wait. When is he down? He is down right here. He is down right there. That's when he's down. Because his knee could never come down because he landed on a player. I have to move this around, guys. Hang on 1 second. I got to move this around to make it a little bit smaller. Alright. That should be better. Alright, so his arm's down there. He rolls over. How is that not a catch? I still don't understand how that's not a catch. Oh, they're saying right here. But again, he hits the ground with the ball, rolls over, and then the ball comes out. You have the ball. You survive the ground, which is a part of a catch rule, and then you roll over and the ball comes out. So that kills the drive. That absolutely kills the drive for no reason. Literally no reason other than the fact that, they just didn't want to give us that. So, now, second half, we get ball first. Do that because this is when we just started running the ball nonstop. And it really wasn't much to talk about when it comes to Jake Browning in the second half as much. We did run the ball somewhat successful, though. I'll give you that. First down and 10 here. I believe we throw the ball. Yep, we run the ball. Yeah. We just did what we wish we could have done all year long, which was just run the ball like this. Imagine if we ran the ball like this when, we didn't have a backup quarterback in. So right here, this is going to be a pass play. And this is probably why they didn't want to do a pass play, because look at this. So, 95 is going to beat. 95, by the way, is a rookie. His name's Tre'Davious Robinson. He was a 4th-round draft pick with the Baltimore Ravens. No, he wasn't. He was a 4th-round draft pick. 5th round was Kyrou Blue Kelly. This is, again, their 4th-round draft pick going against one of the premier left tackles in the game. But not only that, another guy comes in here because, you already guessed it, Kappa can't cover his guy. Kappa can't stop this guy from coming in. So, now Jake Browning has to throw it quickly. He finds Trenton Irwin across the middle. This one, somehow, someway, is not called an incomplete pass because, that's just how they work, pretty much, the refs. But, again, Kappa cannot block. I don't know how Kappa cannot block. I really don't understand this. And, by the way, shout out to the fact that Orlando Brown does actually get his guy. I don't know why I thought he got past him. I thought he got past him on this play. He does not actually get past him. He actually does get his guy. Who I was thinking about was Kappa. So I apologize for that, Orlando Brown hate right there for no reason. He actually does, cover him pretty well. It's not many times, and in this game, he wasn't really that great, but it is what it is. So right here, first down and 10. Oh, man. That's not a screen pass. That's the worst thing. So, Drew Sample's going against number 50, and he gets absolutely destroyed on the play, which leads to, Jake Browning having to be mobile. And to be honest, listen, Jake Browning is somewhat mobile. He is very mobile. But, again, right here, this looks like it's going to be a sack. Jake Browning, shout out to him to literally break the ankles of number 50 and actually get down the field like that. Great play by Jake Browning right there. Amazing play right there. All right, 2nd and 5 here. It's a play action pass. Kyle Hamilton going against Joe Mixon. And I don't know what just happened right here. So Joe Mixon is supposed to block him. And I guess Kyle Hamilton puts like a little move on him and just gets right past him and goes for Jake Browning and almost sacks him and causes this to be a a pass down the field. Which, again, this is not called PI. That's not PI, by the way. That was not called PI. You might say, well, isn't that blatant PI? Yeah. Some of the worst crap I've seen in a very long time. Some of the worst crap I've seen in a very long time. That is blatant pass interference. But you know what's funny is they don't even rewind it. They don't even show it again. Like, they literally did not show that play again. They always show deep passes like that again. Just because it's a deep pass. They don't show that one again. They're like, oh no, let's get past that one, baby. Let's get past that one. So 3rd and 5 here. We hike the ball. Play clock as always. And yup, it's a delay of game. It's a delay of game. Now brings up 3rd down and 10. So now we're, again, my bad on that one. Hang on, guys. I don't know what I did there. So now, not only are we with a backup quarterback, right? Not only are we down here by 11 points, we can't even manage a play clock still. And this has been a problem, pretty much now throughout the whole entire season, I would say. And now look at this. 3rd down 10. You just get a delayed game penalty? Look at that. You just got a delay of game penalty. And yet, you are in the same spot you were before. So 3rd down and 10 here. Jake Browning looking, throws down the field. This one they actually do call PI. Thankfully, the refs decide that, you know what, we can't go 2 missed pass interferences in a row. Like, they're like, listen, bro, that's our quota. if we give you one, we can't give you a second one. So this one they do review, by the way, because obviously it is pass interference. So it's called pass interference. This is also roughing the passer, which, you know, again, like I said, I'm never a guy who likes to say, oh, yeah, roughing the passer, man, come on, that's football. But, like, same time, if you're going to call it, it is roughing the passer, too. There should have been an extra 15. So, first down and 10 here, we run the ball up the middle, gain pretty much nothing on the play. Second down and 8 here, it's going to be a pass play, and again, what is that? It's an offensive lineman. This is why I was saying earlier, Orlando Brown, you know, it's going against what's his name and Tre'Davious Robinson, and I thought he was going to get beat on that play. He gets beat on this play. Now this play he is going against Odafe Oweh. This is their first round pick for the Ravens. I want to say back in 2021. Ironically enough, just we got to take a timeout for this. Is this not iconic as heck? So Orlando Brown was traded from the Ravens to the Kansas City Chiefs, right? The Chiefs gave the Ravens the 29th? I think 30, I want to say 29th overall pick. 29th overall first round pick. They used that pick on Oweh. So, ironically enough, the Ravens literally traded Orlando Brown, our left tackle, to the Chiefs to get Oweh. Yeah. There you go. Second and 8 here. And Orlando Brown does recover well there and stops Oweh from actually getting the tackle there. But this is something that really kind of ticked me off in the moment live is that, look at this play. Jake Browning could cut up field here and probably get more yards and possibly a first down here. But he just goes out of bounds. Now, I think there's two different reasons why this is the case, right? First off, could he have gotten more yards? Yes. He knew he was going to get hit by Patrick Queen, though. And you might say, well, okay, I don't care. He needs to go up there and just take the hit because he's our quarterback. He needs to go out there and get the first down, get more yards. But keep in mind, though, if Jake Browning goes down in this game, who comes in? I'll give you a second. The answer to your question is, we don't have anyone else. There's no other active quarterback on the roster. So if Browning at this time, again, we're in the red zone, we're down by 11, a touchdown here makes it a 4-point game. You got to also think about, in the moment I wasn't thinking about this, but there's no one else behind him. So, we can't have him get hurt. And again, also, not only for this game, moving forward too, if he gets hurt, we don't have a quarterback. So, again, in that move, although I wish he would have went for more yards in the moment, I understand watching it back why he didn't. Because it's like, you can't. You really can't go for it there. And, I mean, you could get extra yards, but what you're going to do in the end? You could hurt yourself. You get hurt, and then bam, now you have no quarterback for this game and moving forward. I did this again. I apologize. All right. So, third down and 5 here. It's going to go ahead and be a pass play. This one was the Trent Irwin catch here across the middle, which, we argued was pass interference. It was very close. It was a close shot, I will say. He just got there a little bit too early in the end here and ends up all over him before the ball even gets there, which again, he is playing the ball. He's going for the ball, so I'm not going to argue or fuss about that. All right, so next drive later. This is after, we score a field goal. We do get a stop on them, I believe, right? No, they kick a field goal. So we kick a field goal, and then they go right down the field and kick a field goal. So now it's 11-point game still. We're into the third quarter, right? And we now need a touchdown drive. We need some points here. I mean, we need at least a touchdown, if not a touchdown. First down 10. Look at it where we hike the ball. 1 second on the play clock. Throw the ball left-hand side here. Jamar Chase catches it. Of course, it's I think this was a legal formation. Yeah, legal formation penalty. Great. So, first side 15 now after that penalty. Orlando Brown got his guy. Line, for the most part, got their guys. Not bad. And it ends up being really just a coverage sack. That's really what this is. You can't even blame the offensive line for this. Because, I mean, at some point, you can't sit in the pocket forever, right? Football is a very fast-paced sport. And while, yes, at the end of the day, you're like, I mean, come on, man. You got to block. You got to block. If no one gets open, it's just a coverage sack. So it ends up being a coverage sack here. That's going to bring up second down and crazy long here. Now, in the end, Owe does get it, and he does get around Orlando Brown. And again, yeah, it's, when Owe went against Orlando Brown in this game, it was not a pretty sight. I'll say it like that. Second down 22 here, though, after the sack. It's going to be a run play, and we end up picking up a good chunk of yards. That's why you run the ball in that situation, because, you know, a lot of times they don't expect you to do that, and it ends up being a big chunk play that you get in the end. Third down 17 here. It's a pass play. And I mean, bro, that right side of that line, guys. That right side of the line. Now, they are blitzing a lot of people, okay? They are, in the end here, blitzing a lot of people. But it ends up being a deep ball down the field. Incomplete, intended for Chase. But, yeah, Jonah was getting destroyed. Kappa was getting beaten on that play. There was almost 0% chance that we were going to stop anyone on that play. And again, this was actually a good pass and almost a great catch. Almost a great catch. So then they go downfield and kick a field goal. So now we're down by 14 points. So 2 touchdowns yet again. We have to have some points on this drive, but we end up running the ball going nowhere. Yeah, they started picking up on the fact that we just kind of try to run the ball in the first play and try to see what we get, and then we kind of go on based on there. So 2nd and 10 here. It's going to go ahead and be a pass play. This one is a weird formation. Yep, it's okay. Pass play here. Jonah actually somewhat is okay with number 50, but not the greatest. And ends up being a check down pass to the left-hand side. Tanner Hudson, he gains a couple yards. Now bringing up 3rd down and 8 here. This ends up having to be a pass play, of course, because if you don't get a pass play here, pretty much GG. Hike the ball with 3 seconds left. Let's see how this line protects. Orlando Brown's getting beat, it looks like. Unless, no, he is getting beat. And he almost a sack here. And it ends up being an incomplete pass as Tyler Boyd does not hold on to the ball. Now, they do show in the coverage here that where you have to throw the ball if you are Browning is right here. But keep in mind, Orlando Brown's getting beat on this play. He's getting beat again and again and again and again. So Owe is literally, I mean, Jake Browning feels the presence of Owe. So he had to step up a little bit and then throw it. If Orlando Brown got his guy and covered his guy the whole entire time, then yeah, maybe that wouldn't be a problem. But in the end, it is a problem because Orlando Brown could not stop Owe. So this ends up being an incomplete pass. And now they get then we stop them. Somehow, somewhere, our defense actually gets a stop there. So 1st down 10, next drive later, we run the ball. First play, gain a couple yards. Nothing really special. 3-yard run on that play. 2nd down and 7 here. This is going to be a pass play. And to be honest, offensive line right here blocked very, very nicely. We check it down to the left-hand side. It goes, nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And is that a little bit of... Here's how I'll break it down, right? I think it's a little bit of our receiving core doesn't really have much connection with, Jake Browning outside of, obviously, Trent Irwin. Because who else do we have on our receiving core in this game? We have Tyler Boyd, who really doesn't have that much of a connection with Jake Browning. We have a Jamar Chase, who hasn't played many snaps with Jake Browning. Like, there isn't really anyone on this receiving core who's played a lot of snaps with Jake Browning. I mean, Tanner Hudson, yes, but Irv Smith hasn't. So, like, it's after a full week of practice against Steelers, I think he'll look a lot better. 3rd and 5 here. It's going to be a pass play here, this one. Jake steps up in the pocket, and to be honest, he should right here just keep running. Just try to get as many yards as possible. He tries to stop here, go back, and I don't know what he was expecting on that play to run backwards, because at the end of the day, I see why he wanted to run. Look at that. That is just green grass. Like, that is absolute green grass. Instead, though, he backs up and tries to get more time, takes off running, and then instead of just going for the 1st down and committing, he drops back and runs backwards. And again, these are all things that he's just inexperienced. That's really all this is. It's an inexperienced quarterback, and he's going to have to learn. It's not pretty, but he's going to have to learn. So 1st down 10, we run the ball. Nowhere. pretty much how that works. Second down and 8 here, though. We're getting 2 yards at least. We go ahead and go play action pass here. I gotta say, Orlando Brown is covering his guy actually pretty nicely. But all day to throw it. I mean, not all day to really throw it, but this, like, come on now. Oh, wait. Who is he going against? He's going against Irv Smith and Volson. That is an ugly matchup. And then it ends up being a sack on the play. How did this structure? So Orlando Brown got destroyed. Yeah, okay, never mind. Orlando Brown got destroyed on the play. That's kind of how that is. And it's Kyle Van Noy, man. That's even more embarrassing. Kyle Van Noy is old. I know, no offense to him, but he's older up. He's an older linebacker, okay? And he's going against one of the quote-unquote best tackles in the league, and he's destroyed him. He absolutely destroyed him. So here on 4th and 3, we actually going to go for it. We end up not... Well, no, we do go for it here. Never mind. I was going to say we act like it, but no, we actually do go for this one. Well, 4th and 3, early in the game, we didn't go for it, though, but we go for it here. Line, for the most part, we'll say, gave him time, so he took off running here. This time, he learned how to just run forward and not look backwards. This is the last drive of the game, though, so this is a pass play across the middle, and I'll be honest with you, it was a quick pass, but the line did block very well in that play. Again, story of this year, the offensive line actually blocking correctly. So, 1st down and 10 here, this is a pass play. Jonah is getting beat by Tre'Davious Robinson yet again. And it ends up being that, who let him go in there? Okay, so, this is weird. This is a Teddy K, Kappa Volson special here. Ugh. And then Jake Browning just takes off running after jumping over a guy who almost sacked him. Hey, look, Odell Beckham, the guy who can never finish a game against us without getting injured. So then they call defensive holding, which actually adds 10 more yards to that run. So the refs are like, listen, I figured at this point the refs were like, man, we messed you guys up so bad tonight with all these PI calls against you guys, against the Ravens. They were like, you know what, we're just going to give you some. Like, we're going to give you something there, and we're going to try to help you score a touchdown. Right here, quick pass to the left-hand side, Trent Irwin. Line, again, like I said, blocked pretty well there. Then 1st and goal, this is the touchdown to Jamar Chase. And that's the last play of the game. And I'll be honest with you, again, like I said, listen, at the end of the day, Jake Browning did not look perfect, right? He's not going to look perfect. That's his second time, not even starting, but second time playing in an NFL game. He's going to look better and better as time goes on. I'm just going to tell you that obvious cue right there. He's going to look better as time goes on. He's not going to look perfect right away, but he will look better and better as the days go on. I'm confident eventually, especially by the time we play the Steelers on Sunday, I think he'll get it together. But it's not going to be easy, and we're going to have to kind of, play it by ear. So tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I will say, grading his performance, I think he was a C+, but I don't think it was really that crazy special. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.